everyone, what's going on? It's Kevin Carr. Welcome to episode 10 of The Movement, and this week we're going to talk about push-ups. The push-up is the most classic exercise of them all, and as basic as it seems, a lot of people really struggle to do good push-ups. In my experience, a lot of clients will come in to see me and they'll tell me, oh, they're great at push-ups, but then once I see their first set, I can usually tell we have a little bit of work to do. So in this episode, I want to take you through the progression that we use at Boyle Strength and Conditioning and that we teach at our Certified Functional Strength Coach courses to take you from doing no push-ups all the way to some of the advanced variations I'm going to show at the end. So the first progression we're going to use when training the push-up is the incline push-up on the barbell rack, in addition to also doing a front plank from a push-up position. It's important to realize that when you're training the push-up, we don't only need to develop upper body strength to push, but we also have to develop anterior core strength to stabilize our spine and our pelvis as we go through the movement. So for this reason, with beginners, we don't only just work on the push-up, but we have them superset that with a front plank so they can start to develop anterior core strength. So once we've progressed through the incline push-up and worked our way almost to the ground, we're going to move the athlete on to doing a band-assisted push-up. So we're going to hook up the band from the top of a squat rack and have it go around the athlete's waist, and their hands are going to be on the floor so it looks like they're in a normal push-up position, but they're just going to get a little bit of extra pull-up using the band. This does two things. One, it continues to challenge the athlete's upper body and core strength, but more importantly, it also starts to develop the mental confidence that the athlete can do a push-up with their hands on the ground. Because sometimes it can be a big jump from going on an incline on the squat rack, even if you're really low, right to the floor. This helps them build that bridge in their head so that they're ready to feel like they can do push-ups from the floor. Additionally, we are still going to superset this with some anterior core work. Typically, an athlete in this stage still needs to develop a little anterior core strength to resist that extension and resist losing their hips downward during the push-up motion. So having them work on a stability ball rollout in this stage can continue to develop that anterior core strength while also working through that push-up progression, and in no time they're going to be moving on to doing a regular old push-up on the ground. Alright, so now that you've transitioned down to the floor from the band-assisted push-up to regular push-ups, we're going to focus on high-intensity, low-volume push-ups. This is going to allow the athlete to practice perfect form and really develop that deep core bracing and pressing strength through the shoulder that we want. So what we'll do is typically program anywhere from like 3 to 6 sets of low reps, so reps of 5, 3, or even 1, where the athlete can just maintain perfect form the whole time and really develop high intensity strength. This is going to allow the athlete to get stronger quicker, as well as maintain perfect form on every single rep. So once you've developed a good baseline of strength, doing multiple sets of 5 reps of push-ups, then we're going to move on to more traditional, moderate volume sets of push-ups. So you know the traditional strength training, 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 12, something like that. Now, if we're going to do that, there's a great time to just do regular old linear periodization. 1 week, do 3 sets of 8, next week, do 3 sets of 9, 3 sets of 10, so on and so forth, till you get to about 3 sets of 12 with perfect form. Mind you, again, form matters. We don't want any saggy hips on the last few reps. You want to really make sure you're squeezing those legs together, squeezing your butt, and maintaining a good plank-like position throughout the entire exercise. Alright, so now that you're doing multiple sets of 12 reps of push-ups, you're doing pretty good. But from here, if we want to progress, we kind of have a fork in the road to decide where we want to go. You have a few different options. One, you can just increase the volume. You can do more total reps per set and try to build some good volume. This is going to be a good option for people who really want to build hypertrophy and muscle endurance. Another option is to increase the intensity. You can add weight vests, add sandbags, something like that, if you're really looking to develop max strength to the upper body. Third, you can look to try different variations, things like a decline push-up, a one-arm push-up, a sliding push-up, a one-leg push-up, any of those types of things to try to challenge and keep yourself entertained. And fourth, you can think about changing tempo. Tempo is something we often forget about, but it's a great option to make things harder without necessarily adding more load or adding more volume to the athlete. So doing something like a slow tempo on the way down for 3 seconds, or maybe an isometric pause at the bottom of the push-up is a great way to challenge yourself without necessarily adding more load to shoulders that might not tolerate it. All right, everybody, that's it for this week on The Movement. Hope I was able to help you out with your push-ups. Tune in next week where I'm going to give you some tips to help improve your cranky, stiff shoulders that might be giving you a hard time. That's it. Again, I'm Kevin Carr. Thank you for watching.